Greetings from the Arcturians and Arcturian 144 here. Masab Hassan Yousef. Prophet Muhammad wants to talk to you. Prophet Muhammad wishes to have a word with you. Because he knows, and we know, that you've been in your thoughts regarding Hamas, and we'd like to help you with that. Prophet Muhammad would like to help you with that, with understanding Hamas and what's going on there, and why does it exist, and why does it keep going. And Prophet Muhammad is giving me this verse from the Quran to give it to you. This is from Quran chapter 7, verse 28. It's Quran 7:28. It says, if they commit an immorality, they say, we found our parents doing it, and God has commanded us to do it. Say, God does not command immorality. Are you saying about God what you do not know? Or are you saying something about God that you do not know? So this is Quran 7:28. Now, you're watching me, you're watching us. So that's why Prophet Muhammad wanted to have a word with you and give this message to you through me. And of course, welcome to our channel. Now, I'm looking you up a bit here on Google, and Google is telling me that your father is Hassan Yousef, a co-founder of the Palestinian Islamist organization Hamas. And I think I can say you are ex-Hamas, because this is in the About section, about you. It says Masab Hassan Yousef is an ex-Palestinian militant who defected to Israel in 1997, thereafter working as an Israeli spy until he moved to the United States in 2007. His father is Hassan Yousef, a co-founder of the Palestinian Islamist organization Hamas, and I've got the years 1987 to 2007 here. I'm guessing that's when you were part of Hamas, from 1987 to 2007, if I'm not wrong, because that's what's here on Google about you. And did you also convert to Christianity? Not that that's an issue with us, it's not, just mentioning it here, if I'm not wrong. Because I've watched a couple of videos of you on YouTube, and I think that's where I heard that you converted to Christianity. Again, it's a non-issue with us. It's not an issue with us, just mentioning because it's coming up. Because we talk about all religions here, all religions are welcome here. Spirituality is welcome here. Even agnostics and atheists are welcome here. We have no problems with anyone. And now I'm also being reminded of the fact that I think you have written a book on Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, I'm looking it up here again. The book is called The Last Prophet, and it's written by you, Masab Hassan Yousef, and James Beckett. Right. That's interesting. It says The Last Prophet, which is Prophet Muhammad. It's a reference to Prophet Muhammad. It says The Last Prophet is a novel based on the extraordinary life of the Prophet Muhammad, one-time shepherd and outcast revolutionary. Isn't that interesting? Outcast revolutionary. I mean, that I can relate to that too. And I'm sure you can relate to that too. Being an outcast and being an outcast revolutionary. Because isn't that what you are being now too, Masab? I guess I'm gonna have to get this book and read this book as well. I mean, I've been reading Robert Spencer's book on Prophet Muhammad, and we've been doing some work, Prophet Muhammad and we've been doing some work on Robert Spencer's book here on our channel. And now, of course, we've come across you and your book on Prophet Muhammad. So I'm gonna have to get this book and read this book at some point too. Now, going back to the Quran verse, Quran 7:28, where it says, if they commit an immorality, they say, we found our parents doing it, and God has commanded us to do it. Say, God does not command immorality. Are you saying about God what you do not know? Now, isn't that what's going on with Hamas as well? It's like you got yourself out of Hamas, but all the others are still stuck. In there. Because, why? Because, again, going back to the Quran verse, because we found our parents doing it, and God has commanded us to do it. Really? No. I think it's just because they found their parents doing it, so now they are doing it because that's what their parents have passed on to them. This is like a, wow, is it? I'm actually getting, this is like a generational curse that has been passed on generation after generation, and it needs to be broken by Hamas. And, you know, whoever is still stuck in that dynamic, or whoever is still stuck in Hamas, I mean, you obviously have broken that generational curse because you got yourself out of Hamas. And now you're doing whatever you're doing. You're being an outcast revolutionary yourself. And then this Quran verse says, and God has commanded us to do it. Say God does not command immorality. Are you saying about God what you do not know? And that's exactly what it is. They're saying things about God that they do not know about. Because what do they think and believe God has commanded them to do? What is it that God has commanded them to do? What do they think and believe that God has commanded them to do? I'm talking about Hamas here. What do they think and believe God has commanded them to do? Because there's a fine line between being freedom fighters and being terrorists. And aren't they blurring the lines with that? I think they are. Because are they being freedom fighters or are they being terrorists? It's like they don't even know, like they're not even aware of the rules of engagement when it comes to war. They're not even aware of, actually, let me rephrase that. They're not even aware of Prophet Muhammad's rules of engagement when it comes to war. Because if they were aware of what God has commanded to do and what Prophet Muhammad has commanded them to do, they would be aware of Prophet Muhammad's rules of engagement when it comes to war or a battle or a conflict. And if they were aware of Prophet Muhammad's rules of engagement, then they wouldn't have done what they did to, I think it's the Biba's family, where they abducted, kidnapped an innocent Jewish woman and her 2 young children. And one of them was actually a few months old baby. And they killed that innocent Jewish woman, and they killed both those children, including that few months old baby. Is that what God has commanded Hamas to do? Is that what Prophet Muhammad has commanded Hamas to do? No. 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 So then why are they doing it? Because they've forgotten and they're not even aware of what God has commanded, what Allah has commanded or not, and what Prophet Muhammad has said or commanded or not, especially when it comes to the rules of engagement and when it comes to war. When it comes to the rules of engagement of war, and when it comes to Prophet Muhammad's rules of engagement of war, where Prophet Muhammad clearly stated that you will not kill any non-combatants and you will not kill any innocent women and children, and even the elderly, any non-combatants. And you will certainly not abduct them and kidnap them by force and then kill them. Are they aware of these rules of engagement? No. Or do they not care? So then why are they talking about God and Prophet Muhammad? Why do they think that they are good Muslims and they're going to go to heaven and get 72 virgins on top of it? When this is what they're doing. Because it's all false religious programming, which has got nothing to do with God or Allah or even Prophet Muhammad. It's got nothing to do with God or Allah, and it's got nothing to do with Prophet Muhammad. And when it comes to Prophet Muhammad's rules of engagement, of war, not only Prophet Muhammad stated that you will not kill any non-combatants, you will not kill any innocent people, you will not kill any innocent women and children, but on top of that, you are supposed to protect them. You are supposed to be their protectors. But what is Hamas doing? Hamas is not doing that. So then, what God are we talking about? And what commandments from God are we talking about here? Now I know there are verses in the Quran and maybe some hadith too. I'm not sure about the hadith part because I haven't read through all the hadiths, but I know that there are verses in the Quran, or there are a few verses in the Quran that have been misinterpreted and that have been weaponized for this purpose, for the purpose of turning Muslims into terrorists. And then they're just like, oh, are we being freedom fighters or are we being terrorists? It's like, are they confused themselves? Can they not see the difference between a freedom fighter and a terrorist? Like, the lines have been blurred so much that people like Hamas or organizations like Hamas think that they are being freedom fighters when they are being more or less terrorists, or they are definitely blurring the lines between freedom fighters and terrorists, or between being freedom fighters and being terrorists, because what are they doing? Hamas needs to make up its mind about whether they are freedom fighters or they are terrorists, because as things stand, they are definitely blurring the lines between the two. And also, whoever wants to seek the truth and whoever wants to know the truth about those Quran verses, then you have to ask the questions. Then you have to ask, where did those Quran verses come from? Did those Quran verses come from God, from Allah, from Prophet Muhammad, or not? These are the questions that need to be asked, which no one dares to ask. That everything in the Quran has come from God, Allah, and Prophet Muhammad. Really? Is it? And then, why have these Quran verses been weaponized in such a way? And for what purpose? Is what we're seeing around the world. Aren't we seeing suicide bombers and suicide bombings and freedom fighters blurring the lines between freedom fighting and terroristic activities? Oh, because of all this false religious programming and these Quran verses that have been weaponized for them to do exactly that. For them to do exactly what they're doing. For them to be terrorists. Not freedom fighters. People are not asking questions. And that's because they've been programmed to think and believe that asking questions is a sin too, especially when it comes to the religion of Islam. And that is also part of the same false religious programming. So no one is daring to ask any questions. Even when we keep encouraging people, and especially Muslims, to engage with us here on our channel, but in a constructive manner. Ask the questions that you need to ask that are on your mind, but you're not asking because you're scared, or do you not even know how to put these things into questions, or do you not even know how to ask a question, or what to ask a question about? This is why we've been encouraging constructive audience engagement here on our channel, but it's still crickets around here. And I've been getting the message that people do have questions. People who have been watching me, watching us for a while, they do have questions, and Muslims are included. They do have questions, but they are not asking. They are not coming forward and asking. And if you're scared to ask any questions regarding the religion of Islam and or Prophet Muhammad even, and you don't want to do it in public, like you don't want to leave a comment in my comment section, then I've been encouraging people to send me an email in private. And, and then I'll see if I need to make a public video on it. And of course, I will not mention your names or anything if you are not comfortable with that. And of course, I will ask for your permission first, whether, you want me to mention your name or say anything about you or not, or just address it as a general query kind of thing, but address it in public in a video message here on my channel, because others will benefit from it too. Or if you just wanted to keep it private and you just wanted a private interaction with me, with us, then that's fine too. I'm open to that too. We're open to that too. But still, as I keep saying, it's still crickets around here. And that's not helping. That's not helping anyone. That's not helping me. That's not helping us. That's not helping this channel. And that's certainly not helping you, the people, especially the Muslims, who have questions, who want to ask questions, who want to know about things, who want to know the truth. But they are too scared. Again, all I can do and all we can do is keep encouraging you to come forward. If you want to know the truth, you're going to have to engage with me, engage with us in communication, in a conversation, in a constructive manner, and in a respectful manner. And you shall know the truth. I hope and we hope, Prophet Muhammad here as well, that, this helps you, Musab. And we're going to leave it there for this one. Take care. Over and out.